That being said, the part that I'm recording now, I'm going to changing out the speakers, the head unit, and changing the oil in my truck. The speakers I got were in that old Durango that I used to drive, and the head unit is also in there. So it's not going to be that big of a deal to swap them. The front door speakers of the Ram, and I'll show you when I get out there. The front door speakers are a different size, but I got some brackets from a friend of mine, excuse me, that allow me to put those 6-inch circular speakers, or maybe they're a little bit smaller, in the front door of my Ram. So, being said, let's do this before my voice goes out completely. So because I'm doing a few different things, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to need because this is it's a new truck to me, and I'm just not really familiar with exactly what I'm going to need yet. So I just brought out my whole box of everything that I have. I don't have a legitimate toolbox. I just have this kind of a red box that I've had for a few years, and I turned it into a toolbox. I'm going to be putting all this stuff under the back seat of the truck. Set this up. So important. So back under here, I'm going to try to level out this area right there, make it level, and then put in some styrofoam and cut out shapes and slots for each of the tools to kind of make like a nice and neat toolbox under my back seat instead of a big box back here taking up bed space. So it looks like to take out this door panel is pretty similar to the back one. There's you got a little nut, little bolt right here to take this handle off. You got a screw up behind it and a screw up here. Now on these style Rams, and on the back door it did it at least, this door panel should just pick up and then come out and then just unplug some of the wiring, and then that's it. It's pretty simple to get off.
The weight of the world is love. Under the burden of solitude, the weight we carry is love. Who can deny? In dreams, it touches the body. In thought, constructs a room.
So I just spent 10 minutes getting separating a fight between my neighbor's cat and our cat, and then it attacked me, so I squirted it with a water hose. And then I spent another 5 minutes looking for a screw I dropped. So about 15 minutes later, I'm actually popping this thing off. Took me 2 years, but I finally got some stuff to start snapping off. Also, I've noticed the more I talk, the more I start to sound like a heavy smoker. Oh my word. So actually you may not have seen that, but as you may have noticed from the honking that just took place, the Durango just drove off. My mom's going to get groceries, so it's going to be a little bit from me before I can swap speakers and the radio. So for me, I'm going to be doing the oil next. For you, you're probably going to get swapped over to the putting in the speakers and stuff. So here's the older filter that came off of the truck. You see it had
It had a few marks on it from what looked like somebody putting it on with a filter wrench, like what's laying right here. I mean, I almost punched through the side of this thing trying to get it off. It was so stinking hard to get off and torqued on there so tight. This filter wrench was literally about to pierce through the sides. I could feel it. So other than that, we are done underneath. The mess I've cleaned up a little bit. I was doing something before the phone ran out of storage again. I don't remember what it was. Probably won't remember until I go to edit it. But the only thing that leaves is putting the new oil in. I am really starting to sound like a smoker. So I popped the, turn this around. So I popped the hood, and this is the first thing I see. You see that right down there? 5W20. This 10W20 is gonna be close enough. This truck ain't got oil right now. I'm also standing on my toolbox, so I can actually get back there because that's where you put the oil in, and it's pretty far back. Oh crap! Yep. Stupid yellow jacket. I'm making a mess. Alright, so we're supposed to dump 7 in there. That was 5. I'm gonna bust open the other one and then clean up the mess I'm making. Come here. Oh, I got it. I don't know where he went though, but I got him. The Durango is back, which means I can move forward with moving speakers. Alright, so I just took this door panel off of the Durango. It's the back driver's side door. I'm about to pull this Pioneer out of here. I think maybe, oh crap, what's this stuff? There we go. Alrighty. A few hours have passed, but I finally have all the Pioneers in the truck and all the other speakers put in. I wasn't going to go when they fine, except when I came over here to the truck, they were having a little bit of problems. So as you can see, I have 1 screw, 2 screws, and that's it. I only have 2 screws holding these in. It's because the third one does not quite line up where it's supposed to be. And it's not because these are, like I can't just kick the speaker a little bit to make it line up, because that'll throw this one off a little bit. It's just really weird. But anyways, the 2 are in and it holds it really well. It's not going anywhere. And I couldn't find any better way to mount the speaker to the plastic bracket or adapter, whatever you want to call it, other than going to my room and digging out pieces from an older erector set. So on all 4 corners on both the driver and the passenger side, these speakers are held in with nuts and bolts from an old erector set. All I have left to do is move the head unit from the Durango to the truck and put the stock head unit back in the Durango. And I'll bring you guys back probably when I get it out of the Durango. Hey, it's the next day now. My voice is a little bit better, but it's still pretty bad. So, we ran into a lot of problems. Excuse me. We ran into a lot of problems moving the radio from the Durango over to this truck. I have it out of the Durango. It is sitting right here. This is it. You're looking at it. Look at it now. This is it. It's a little Pioneer head unit. And you can see the stock one is back in there. The new speakers are in all the doors now. They're in. They work. All 4 of them work. I know that. And there's the 619s. Actually, there's one of them. And the other one should be up front. I don't know if you'll be able to spot it tonight. There it is. So the speakers work. The head unit was giving me some problems. So pretty much what happened, after I got the dash taken out of the Durango, I checked the speakers, made sure they all worked, and then I pulled out the Pioneer head unit, this one down here, from the Durango. And then I took out the stock one from the truck. So, took out the stock one from the truck, and I plugged this one in, the twist harness, and the antenna adapters and all that stuff. And before I put anything together, I tried to turn it on and make sure it worked. and it never powered up. Flip the key to accessories, it didn't power up. So I flipped it to just the ignition on, not without starting up the truck, and it still didn't start up. So I took it off, and then I tried to put the stock one back in, and the stock one turned on. So I took the stock one back out, put the Pioneer back in. Pioneer wouldn't work. And I know this head unit works. The Pioneer head unit works because I just tested the Durango speakers with the Pioneer head unit literally 20 minutes before I tried to put it in my truck. So the Pioneer unit's fine. The truck unit's fine, which is what's in there, like I said. But after I did a little bit of reading and research and YouTube in it, I figured out there might be some kind of interface I need that I have to hook up to this radio somehow in there that pretty much tells the truck's computer that it's okay to power this radio. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why it's a thing, but there's a possibility I could get that, and they're not cheap. I was seeing some of them, they were like $70 for the cheapest one I could find, and I wasn't really looking. I haven't looked into prices yet, but 70 was what I was seeing just when I was going around doing research. So that being said, all I'm doing now, throw that out of the way, is doing a little bit of cleanup. So under the seat, it's kind of gotten a little bit dirty. Here's that microphone that comes with the Pioneer head unit. Of course, it's not ran yet because the actual Pioneer radio ain't in there yet. So I'm going to wind that up. This is going in the house. These are all the plastic pieces that would go with the Pioneer head unit. It'll work. And there's a wiring harness for it. So I'm going to leave that in here. I'm going to leave the plastic piece that goes with it in here, and the microphone, and obviously the actual radio. I'm going to leave that in here as well. The thing that I did, I actually already buy this piece. There's a plastic kit, whatever you want to call it, stereo installation kit from Walmart. I already had to buy this before, a little over a year ago when I put the radio in the Durango. And of course, it's a Dodge Durango. For those you don't know, Durango is made by Dodge. It's a 2003. So you see it says Chrysler, Jeep, and then Chrysler includes Dodge from 98 to 2014, which this kit would be able to install the radio in both that Durango and this truck. The problem was I installed it in Durango and then threw away this box. I didn't know that I was going to be getting a truck in a year from installing the radio in that Durango, and I didn't know it was going to be this. So I just assumed I wasn't going to need it, and I threw it away. And I actually only ended up needing to put the radio in this truck. All I needed was this little plastic piece right here, right? Because the other plastic piece that actually holds the radio to the car is still around the radio. This kit comes with the piece that's on the radio and like 3 other plastic pieces, so you can put it in a Jeep, an older Dodge, or a newer Dodge. So because I threw that whole thing away, I ended up throwing away this piece with it. So I ended up having to buy a whole nother $20 box for literally just what was probably 50 cents worth of plastic. Digidrop.